Welcome to Ragtag Gaming. This is Wolfie, and I'm going to talk about the Pokédex in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Now, everyone knows the Pokédex. How any other game is. You find a Pokemon, it tells you a bit of information about that Pokemon, and then you just keep going. Like you may find some really really heinous things about the Pokemon in the Pokédex, though it changes every generation. In this one, I think it's interesting that one you have specific things you have to do in these Pokedex entries, and the fact that all of them are different, which makes sense. It's not exactly easy. Well, with the fact that you only have 242 Pokemon in this Pokédex, but it's early Pokemon in this game. In this case, with this being Hisui, it makes partial sense that Pokemon we have in the Pokédex are there, but whatever area this qualifyingly is, even though it is old Sinnoh. A lot of parts that don't exactly fit all the way. That's how I see it, though, because it looks a lot bigger from if you go from the map on an older game to this map. They're a lot bigger, and spots don't exactly fit. Especially the big water area. Unless that is, too hard to think about that one. But with the fact of you can get a score of 10 for a Pokemon in your Pokédex, and it changes either shiny odds or I think that's only what it does change, and it goes from either how many you catch, if you catch it without looking, if you fed it food, if it used a specific move X amount of times, or how many times it used an agile move or a strong style move, and I think even evolution, how many times it evolved or different forms you find of it. I think that makes catching them a more fun, and if you can say that. Besides filling the decks, you get to learn and try different means of catching them, getting that dex entries fill, and just enjoying the thrill of battling and catching Pokemon. Also battling. How many times you made one faint? Even though that sounds horrible. With knowing how it's kind of a small piece to a bigger game, the Pokédex that the Pokédex plays, because that's the first thing you're told to do: seek them all. And when you seek them all, which you seek only 238, because the other 4 are post game, or if you want to do them not in the post game, it's easier to do them in the post game. It's interesting. I think it's interesting that from the Pokédex we know of Sinnoh and the Hisuian Pokédex, that Arceus is qualifying in the last one that's before Phione, Menifee, Shaman, and Darkrai, even though we know it's different. And the fact that a lot of the Pokemon we are accustomed to being in that, if I'm remembering correctly, are not there. I think I want to say. But you do have Ad from 6th Gen 5th gen, all these Pokemon that are added in it. So I'm thinking, because I could be wrong, that a lot of a small amount, and I remember I could be wrong, a small amount of the Pokemon from 4th gen don't show up. I think that's wrong, but the Pokédex is great. Is whatever I want to say about it. I'm trying to make this as long as I can, like the first video I did about the behavior. But that's how I feel about the Pokédex.